Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this Wednesday morning live trading webinar. I hope everyone is doing all right. I see already Cherry, Jasper, they send their good mornings. So how's everyone doing today, guys? Are you okay? How's everyone feeling today? It's Wednesday, middle of the month. Yesterday, we had some interesting trading activities took place. Hello, Singh. Hello, David. Good days. That's fantastic. So, high Vist morning. Losing in a row. Cherry, why losing in a row? Are you maybe rushing to get into trades? Guys, we want to make sure that before we press the trigger, the trade is there and risk management is in place. What's today's thing? Asking what's today's gold target. We will have a look at the gold. Thank you for the explanation on how to use trend lines last week. I am seeing the chart better day after day. That's well done, Jose, Winnie. Good morning. Love you, Sarah. Okay. Guys, my name is Theo. You can call me with my name, Theo, Theo. You don't need to call me sir. Totally fine. Raquel, good morning. So, guys, for those who are new here, I would like to welcome you to these live trading webinars. We do Monday to Friday, 7:38 to 8 a.m. London time and GMT time, if you prefer. So, for those who don't know yet, please make sure you become familiar with our weekly fundamental podcast. You can download from Spotify, Apple, Google Podcast, and Deezer, SoundCloud, Speaker, and so on. Let me just quickly show you on the website where to find the podcast. In this page here, you go to Analytics Weekly Trading Podcast. And why I do insist for every single one of you to get familiar with that, it's because on the analysis here, I go through the main market events and I break it down to what you need to know to help you with your trading. So please make sure every Monday around midday UK time, the podcasts are on. So you can go to Spotify, Apple, Google Podcast, and any other platform, and you can download them. All right, ladies and gents. Let's go back to our PD PowerPoint. So if you haven't downloaded the mobile application, please make sure you do so. And of course, our risk warning, the disclaimer is state that this webinar is for general advice, for general purpose and market analysis only. It doesn't intend to give any advice beyond that general information to anyone, not a trading, investment, or personal recommendation advice. Okay. So let's have a look what the news for the day, where we expected the volatility to pick up and where we stop entering intraday positions on 5 minutes, mainly 15 minutes, 1 minute charts. It's around this Canadian news event, inflation rate. They estimated to remain the same. Then we have the trade balance in Japan. These events, both of them, they bring enormous amount of volatility in the market. So if you are holding positions on 5 minute chart, on 1 minute chart, 15-minute chart, please make sure you have your stops in place so you don't get caught in any sudden market activity. Okay, I see many traders, they are unfortunately losing lots and lots and lots of amount during these events because they get caught by emotions and they believe that this is their opportunity to make money in the market. But during this event for new traders, I'll just show you that the market is just, let's say it's in an uptrend, but around this event here, it can spike all the way down before it resume its uptrend activity. So please make sure, guys, you don't need to, there are enormous, unlimited amount of opportunities. You don't need to get into this crappy trading activities, in my opinion. Okay, I don't trade the news events, and coming from a very, very intense professional trading background, I encourage you to not trade in these events. Okay, but again, it's just solely based on my experience on how the market are moving and all this stuff. Now, if you want to try to see it, please use a demo account and not a real account. Okay, but by all means, if you think that this is going to be good trading activity for you, and in the long run you can make money out of that, just it's your choice. Definitely you can do it. Then the morning briefing from the premium analytic portal. Guys, I don't know if you're familiar. You should be familiar, because I explained you a few times about the technical insight and all this stuff here, how to use them to find some signals based on the provider. So today's top headline: a missile hit Polish territory near Ukraine border. China's home prices dropped despite government's steps to shore up market. Bonus outlook teams for private equity, Wall Street. Microsoft announced new harassment policies in response to internal review. US imposes new sanctions over Iran drone sales to Russia. Elon Musk delay introduction of Twitter's blue verification to November 29. Estée Lauren to buy Tom Ford in $2.8 billion deal. And BlockFi prepares for potential bankruptcy as crypto contagion spreads. So after the bankrupt of the exchange FTX, many withdrawals, enormous withdrawals happened. So that alleged company, the BlockFi, is stating that they are losing lots of money. So they are preparing for maybe bankruptcy. We will see that if will happen. Now let's open our MT5 platform. We start from the dollar index. Intraday live calls Rocky. I love this. Intraday live calls Rocky. Hello to everyone who join us now. Good morning. JB inflation at 7. Yes. Dow triple top on 1 hour chart. Is it a sell? Let's have a look. Let's start, ladies and gents, from the US dollar index. What do we see here? We see that the market broke below this trend line support, below this swing. So some failure swing here, and the market just created this lower low we wanted to see long time ago. So right now we're considering, and yesterday we were considering sell positions, on the dollar. So euro dollar buy, pound dollar buy, Aussie QE dollar buy, dollar CAD, dollar Swiss, dollar JPY sales, right? And we spotted a strong JPY, so that was a good pair to monitor during the yesterday's trading day. So we see this rejection from the buyers, but really it in many occasions it doesn't mean something, because we are in a downtrend. However, what I didn't like really is the fact that this tail, the close of the price, not about the tail, the close of the price, it opens here, it closes there. The close, it's within this bearish candle. So for 2 days in a row, the sellers went so strong to create new low with a new close in the price. They didn't close lower than this candle here. So that's what I didn't like. That's what I don't like to see. So if any sell positions will be initiated against the dollar, please be mindful that they are not at the highest probability today, and your risk maybe can be reduced, or your profit targets can be shorter, and don't aim for 5-1. Okay, just be mindful with that. I try to say it as slow as possible so everybody understands this. Okay, and I hope that most of you will apply this. All righty, let's move on to the DAX. Yesterday, we said that this pin bar here can post the buy activity, although, 2 days ago, this pin bar, yesterday, we saw that the market put this doji candle here. So nothing significant correction by the sellers. You see, guys, in an uptrend like this one here, we had the higher high. The sellers, they came a bit strong. You see but when you see the body of the candle, you understand the volume, the traded volume for that period of time. So yesterday, the traded volume was so small, and the day before was literally not existing. So today we do expect that the buyers, they're going to resume their buying activity. Okay, because the market, it looks like that's where it wants to correct itself. It doesn't want to make a deep correction. So this trend line here, maybe in this particular impulse move to the upside, it won't be retested. So what do we do today? If we go down to the lower time frames, we make sure that if we're going to start buying, we have here a strong level of resistance on the intraday chart, and we have to respect it. Okay. For swing traders, for people, they are holding trades from this point here, as we stated last week, you can, if you didn't take profits there, or if you took partial profits, the next target, clear target, it's this one here, and it's still valid. FTSE retested this trend line, tried to push to the upside. Again, series of higher highs and higher lows, so buying opportunities here. The DAX, the Dow Jones, the same. Of course, on the hourly chart from this point here, we're going to have a triple top, but here it's the thing where traders, they don't understand the big picture. And I will, let me have a look who asked this question. Deshni, I will, please, I will explain this very in detail for every one of you guys here. And I'm sure today you're going to learn something really valuable about market movements. So markets moves in cycles all the time. Uptrend cycles, downtrend cycles, and then trendless environment. When they do move in an uptrend in one time frame, in another time frame, in a higher time frame, they move in another cycle, maybe in an uptrend or a downtrend. In a higher than that time frame, there is another cycle. Then the same applies with the lower time frame. This move here, let's say on an hourly chart, if you go down to the 15-minute chart, it's going to be this move here. It's going to be more cycles within the cycles. All the time, there is a bigger cycle in a higher time frame and a smaller cycle in a lower time frame. At some point, we must have clarity which one is our time frame for analysis of the market. Because we can start from the monthly chart and we can say this time, guys, what I'm saying now, it's much more valuable than any technical analysis. Okay, it's a fundamental core of how the markets are structured. So please make sure you are open to understand this And don't just wait to find trading signals. This is way much more important for your success as traders and investors. So if you have to have clarity which will be your higher time frame to do market analysis. For me, the higher time frame, it's the weekly chart, and my execution time frame, it's the daily chart, rarely the 4-hour chart. Why I do that? Because that's how I feel better, to be honest. That applies more to my intuition when it comes to the market. Okay, for each person, it's different. I used to coach traders. They were holding thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars in funds, and their daily was their market. They wasn't paying attention to weekly charts. It was daily chart and execution on 15 minutes, 1-hour chart. There is no right or wrong as long as you understand how it's structured. So let's have a look at this example. For me, the higher time frame is the weekly chart and the execution is the daily chart. But by monitoring these cycles here, I do understand that there is a room for this type of market to move until to this retest here. And right now, this topping pattern we see on the daily chart, and we can see there's a triple top on the 1-hour chart. It's nothing more than a correction on the daily chart. In my analysis, okay, I'm not saying that's what's happening and that's going to happen. In my analysis, this move here, because of this cycle that I monitor, it's a correction. So in a correction, I'm getting prepared to find buy signals. For a trader on the 1-hour chart, if this is your analysis where you do analysis of the market, you will definitely see here a triple top pattern. And that's what it is. It's a triple top pattern. Triple top patterns, it's a very strong reversal pattern in an uptrend. So we have the impulse move here, we have the triple top, and then some traders having this as the guideline, as the higher time frame, they're going to try to find areas on 15 minutes, 1 minute, 5-minute chart to sell, or maybe to execute from here. However, if that's how you do your execution and your hourly chart is your higher time frame, then you go to the 5 minutes and you look for your sell signals. But how do you look for your sell signals for high probability trades? You need to wait for the market to resume its downward cycles, lower highs and lower lows, because now we have higher highs and higher lows. So how can we be sure that that's not a momentum built by the buyers in this time frame? So for a momentum and high probability trading activity, we better wait for the market to resume its downtrend. If you believe that this is a downtrending market, and if you believe that this is going to be the beginning of the downtrend, and that's for if your analysis on 1-hour chart. Okay, but for me, because my higher time is the daily chart, what I see here, it's a correction, and I'm waiting to go with the market momentum on this time frame. All right, guys, that's very important to understand which your time frame is for analysis and where you're gonna look to find trades for entries. All right, I hope it's clear. It has to be clear at some point. I'm not asking you today to tell me, hey, Theo, it's crystal clear, but at some point it has to be clear for everyone. And when I ask you, how do you trade? You should be able to have clarity. I'm doing my analysis on the 4-hour chart. I execute on the 5-minute chart, on the 15-minute chart. I do my analysis on the hourly chart. I don't look the daily chart for whatever reasons. That's how I trade, and my 5 minutes is the execution. But if you're just trying to find a pattern, if your analysis is the daily chart and your execution time frame is the hourly chart, then you have to understand that you don't trade against your higher time frame, because the higher time frame provides direction, the lower time frame provides execution. All right, I hope it's clear. We're going to talk about that in other sessions as well. Let's have a look at the Nasdaq 100, ladies and gentlemen. We had a touch at this zone we put yesterday. So the price touches this area here. Today, if the dollar is going to get some strength, we're going to see some pullback on the Nasdaq and on the S&P 500, of course, the same. However, in my analysis here, we are still in this uptrend. So in the short-term uptrend, so it's fine. The only thing will change if the dollar will get strengthened, and we're going to see something different here. You see, guys, yesterday we had so much clarity about what we will trade, but today, because the dollar behaved differently yesterday, today it's a bit different. Now, pound and euro, especially the pound, gained some strength yesterday. I like the fact that pound closed higher than these high points here, that inside candle closed higher. So it looks like we are in a good buying momentum. We can keep looking for buys here, in my opinion. Lower time frames, 1 hour, 15-minute chart, 5-minute chart. Now, and here is the thing, 5-minute chart, it's in a trading range, right? It's not, we don't see any uptrend or downtrend. It's just trading within this range. So what do we do if we want to be buyers? It's better to wait for the market to create a higher high to show us that these traders here, they are positioning to resume this trend, like here, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. So it's good to wait for the momentum to build, and then we start looking for buys. And as I said many times, we have to buy maximum the first 3 attempts, the first 3 pullbacks, because after that, like this one here, you see that was the first, second, third, fourth, that was the 5th one, and then the market just slumped back. So just better to be fast in and out on the lower time frames. Euro, we retest this area of resistance. We said yesterday that we can break this area of resistance if the dollar is going to get weakened, but really out of these £2, it's more clear, in my opinion, based on my technical analysis here, based on the levels. So pound clearly hold above the resistance. Now it can act as support. Euro didn't hold above the resistance, so we cannot guess and start trading this push to the upside. Regardless, most likely we're going to see today a close above the resistance, but that's not the case. We trade high probabilities, not what do we believe it might be happen with a low probability. In regards to the USD CHF, a full trade played out here at this point. So now it looks like we can see some pullbacks, some corrections. Who knows here? About the Aussie, outstanding performance yesterday. Higher highs, higher lows continue. Today we are doing the same. We are looking for, if we are doing intraday trading, we are looking for these higher highs and higher lows to buy this. simply because of this momentum it's built to the upside. Same with the Kiwi. So Aussie Kiwi pound on our watch list. Wait, guys, for your catalyst. If you think that your stops are very tight, like some people they posted here, just maybe look at some other time frames. If you think that you put your stop in a good position, or if you are emotionally putting your stop based on some other factors, please make sure you use technical levels to place your stops, okay? Like last swings, like previous lows, if you are buying and all this stuff. USD against the Canadian dollar. We had a strong Canadian dollar yesterday, so we will see if the US dollar is going to push to the downside here. Inflation in the Canada will show us today what how the Canadian dollar will perform. USD JPY, we said that we are in between this area of broken support and holding support, so in no man's land. We have to wait for some clarity here. In higher time frame, it screams for buy. In this time frame, the daily chart, it looks a bit uncertain, so we have to wait. Aussie yen is just sideways here. Euro yen, same. Euro Oz, we had this bearish engulfing yesterday. I was a bit keen to start looking for shorts, but I need some more analysis on this one here, to be honest. Aussie CAD, we are doing higher highs. We are waiting for a pullback to start buying. Still too early. Euro Pound, we will see it's a battle here. Indecision, both of them are quite strong. Pound CHF, nothing really to say right now, although the weekly is down, so we expect to see some more weakness on the pound against the Swissy. If we put a trend line here, we need to go to a lower time frame to see some more clarity. You see on the 4-hour chart, we have some nice cycles here, so maybe it can be a good to initiate some shorts as well. Gold, what's the target for gold? For intraday traders, the target for gold is the 1786, but for swing traders, the target is the 1800. So let's just make it more up. What did we do? So that's the 1800. Okay, so for swing trading, that's the target here. But for intraday trading, it's the last high on this. Crude oil just sideways, Bitcoin just sideways here. We expect to see some push to the downside. Again, will depend on the dollar. EuroCAD, I will really like to buy this, so I have to wait for some strong close. Actually, we have the close, so I would like this one here. I like this EuroCAD. Euro CHF, it's in my opinion, it's still short here, so some pullback here. I will look to initiate some positions. If you want to keep it simple, you can draw your FIB here. We identified we are in a downtrend. If we put our FIB and we just set a sell limit order here at the golden ratio, the 61.8, so the market will fill us in. If you don't want to use candlestick patterns, that's another good way to trade. So we identify the direction, the trend, so we draw our FIB and we do limit orders, sell limit orders. Pound Oz still nothing. So here, most of this, let's have a look at the N gas. So still sideways, trying to push to the downside. Pound yen, some people are trading pound yen. I think now It looks like it's a good to make some sales here because we have this lower high and lower low. So that's another one to keep in our watch list. Let's see if it fits within a channel. Yep, why not? That's a good one. Yep, so keep an eye on that too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to wrap up for today. Aussie, New Zealand. Let's have a look at the Aussie Kiwi. For me, it's still short place. I don't see anything. That's pin bar here can initiate some sales positions. But guys, both of them, as you saw from the US dollar, the US dollar with the Aussie and the US dollar with the Kiwi are both strong. And so Kiwi and Aussie are strong. So please be mindful if you are trading this pair. It can go sideways for a while until someone is going to become stronger. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure and honor to host this live trading webinar for you today. I hope you gain lots and lots of value. I wish you to have a safe trading. Be careful of the volatility. Will come in the market soon. And I look forward to see you tomorrow at the same time. Thank you so much. Bye for now.